how to look after the public and how to make sure that everyone is living in a safer environment. मैं thank you बोलना चाहती हूँ आप सबको because we have received so much love and so much feedback from yourselves, and a lot of questions which were arise last week we managed to answer, and we're still getting questions at the ashram. You're more than welcome to contact us at the ashram directly to find out more about how to work in the Metropolitan Police, and of course how to gain more training and learn a further insight of how a police officer carries out their duties on a daily basis. तो हम याद दिलाना चाहते हैं आपको कि हमारी फ़ोन नंबर है 0208-426-0678, या आप सिद्धाश्रम.com पे आ सकते हैं और जा सकते हैं और देख सकते हैं हमारी वेबसाइट, और देख सकते हैं हमारे आश्रम और जो भी सर्विसेज हम प्रोवाइड करते हैं, जो भी हम एडवाइस भी दे सकते हैं आपको, आप वहाँ पे जा सकते हैं. एंड ऑफ कोर्स प्लीज कॉन्टैक्ट अस एंड विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू गिव यू एज मच एज एडवाइस एज पॉसिबल. It's always great to know that we're getting this great feedback through MATV, and as you know, we host this show every Monday from 8:30 to 9 live on Sky Channel 793. So thank you so much again for your feedback. So it's the time of it's a beautiful weather actually out there. We've enjoyed this beautiful weather. People are out there enjoying themselves, maybe going to the beach, maybe looking after their health, their bodies a lot more in terms of getting fit. And of course, just trying to get that beautiful, perfect body for that holiday you've been aiming for quite a while. And if you're not doing any of them, but yes, you'd like to stay healthy, you'd like to get in your spiritual mode, then I'm very happy for you. But the only way we can do that is when we actually feel healthy ourselves. जैसा आपको पता है कि हर हफ्ते जब गुरुजी यहाँ पे आते हैं तो वो हर बात वो ध्यान के बारे में बात करते हैं, या समाधि के बारे में, या साधना के बारे में, या जस्ट complete meditation. Advises you, and it's good knowledge to gain from him, but we can only gain that knowledge and take that knowledge into our minds and our hearts if we look after ourselves. Example मैं देती हूँ आपको. अगर मैं ये बोलूँगी आपको कि चले हम साथ में कुछ ध्यान करते हैं या कुछ पूजा पाठ करते हैं, तो आप फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन पूछोगे मुझे कि मुझे कहाँ बैठना है और कितनी देर तक चलेगा. अब मैं पूछूंगी क्यों, क्योंकि आप मुझे बोलेंगे कि यार ना मुझे ना फ्लो पे बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं, मेरे बैक के प्रॉब्लम है, मेरे लेग्स की में प्रॉब्लम है. और फिर बाद में आप पूछोगे मुझे कि यार मैं सिर्फ 5 मिनट के लिए बैठ सकती हूँ और फिर मुझे चेयर पे बैठना पड़ेगा. ये हमेशा एक प्रॉब्लम होता है. जब हम आश्रम में कुछ ना कुछ प्रोग्राम्स रखते हैं ना, तो लोग 5 मिनट के लिए बैठते हैं फ्लो पे, फिर they decide to get up and sit on their chairs. And I always ask them, why did you do that? If you're so devoted and you're so into that trance of enjoying the spiritual mode, then why do you suddenly get up and sit on the chair? And they say, because I'm tired, or my back is hurting, my legs are hurting. So tell me one thing, how do you aim to practice divine spiritual meditation if you're in so much pain? When you are in pain, you're constantly thinking about that one pain you have. कि यार मेरे पेट में प्रॉब्लम है या मेरे बैक में प्रॉब्लम है. Where is your thought? Where is your vichar, as I say? Where is your faith gone? It's not. It's in your pain. It's in your problem. So when you are in so much pain, your mind is constantly thinking about that particular pain, and you don't get anywhere. When somebody asks you, did you practice today? Did you meditate today? You're like, हाँ यार मैंने कोशिश तो किया था लेकिन नहीं हो पाया यार, मैं बहुत पेन में हूँ. So today we are here to discuss how we can help you to remove that pain or make that pain less painful for you. With me, I have a very special guest who actually has known Guruji for many years. And when Guruji used to perform in temples and used to perform in tabla and sing as a very young lad, this particular guest this evening was actually just discussing how he's known Guruji for quite a while. And it's amazing to know how people succeed in the matter of 20 years. In a matter of 20 years, we can do a lot. But this particular guest has achieved a lot more than I even thought. He studied in Canada in a very well-known chiropractic institution, and has now come to the UK. Well, in fact, not now. He's been here since 1992 and is practicing chiropractic here in the UK. He's here to discuss how we need to look after our spines, the causes of spine problems, and how this will make our lives a lot more easier so we can carry out these spiritual practices. तो आइए हम बात करते हैं Dr. Lalit Bhai Sora ke saath. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Thank you, Lalit Bhai, for coming on the show. It's an honor to have you, and I'm honored to actually be interviewing you as opposed to Guruji.
It's a great pleasure. It's a great pleasure to be here, and absolutely for Guruji, who I've known him as Raju Bhai for many, many years, probably over 20 years now, and it's a pleasure to do a show for him.
I think I was a little kid then. I must have been
privileged to be here.
I was a little kid when you had obviously met him first time, and obviously he was very skinny as well. No? He was very flexible and practicing his yoga. But I'm sure you would have noticed that in this past, in this 20 years, in terms of meditation and spiritual practices, he's gained quite a lot of knowledge and performed many spiritual practices. And as you know, his health is, touch wood, quite good as well. Now, spiritual practice is important in the Hindu Dharma, and you know that. So you know that when it comes to practicing these spiritual performances and prayers, it's very, very important to be healthy. But let's be very practical about this. No one is always 100% healthy, right? Somebody may have some kind of problem, whether it's a leg pain or stomach pain or even a headache. It somehow does relate to the spine. And we discussed this before the show as well, that even migraines is one of the biggest problems which is affects the spine, or spine problems can affect the migraine. If one wants to carry out a spiritual practice, they need patience, they need faith, but they also need good health.
Absolutely.
How does the spine affect this, carrying out spiritual practice?
Well, earlier on, as you said, Kajalben, that the posture is very important, dhyan, sadhana, bhakti. In practicing spiritual or devotional service, your body is very, very important. And if you don't have a healthy body, then you can't practice your spiritual life on a day-to-day basis. One of the main things that your body is controlled by is your nervous system, which is actually housed in your spinal column and in your skull. So in your skull is the brain, and extension of your brain is your spinal cord. Now, if you do not look after the spine, what is the biggest support structure in our body, then our body is not going to function properly.
Exactly.
If the spine doesn't function properly, as you can see here, these nerves are coming out from the spine. These nerves are not just stopping here. They feed all parts of your body. So from your head, from your neck region, the nerves will be going to your head. Probably causing a headache or a migraine if the nerve is trapped in your neck. The nerves from your middle back are going to your vital organs like your heart, your lungs. The nerves from your lower back are then also going all the way down to your legs, your stomach, your kidneys, your bladder. So the whole body is interconnected with the nervous system. So if we don't look after the spine, the nervous system doesn't function properly, and that causes a lot of ailments. So looking after the spine becomes very vital. And even in the Bhakti Marg, or if you look at the spiritual life, then basically what it is, they're all concentrating on meditation, on dhyan, on sadhana. But if your posture is not right, if your muscles are aching when you're actually sitting and doing your dhyana bhakti or sadhana bhakti, then that's going to be a big hindrance in progress to your spiritual life. Because your mind, as you said earlier, is focused on your pain and not on the sadhana that you should be performing. As it says in the Shastras, also in Guruji actually emphasizes that a lot at the ashram, that sadhana bhakti can be performed only with a healthy body. You have to work towards your body. That's why he propagates the faith so much, and he practices, he makes sure all his devotees are actually going through yoga, because yoga is going to teach you the correct posture, and posture is vital for actually having a healthy spine. So that is one of the things also in the Bhagavad Gita, as it is actually written by Srila Prabhupada from the ISKCON faith, says that bhakti is so important, and you are unable to do that if your body is unhealthy. Same thing in the Pushti Marga faith, Srimad Vallabhacharya Mahaprabhuji propagates the same thing, says that Krishna seva sada karya. If you can't keep on doing seva for Krishna or his Vaishnavas, then what good is this human body? So the human body is maintained by the control of your spine. The spine, the nervous system, which actually feeds all parts of your body. So knowing the basis of what the spine is all about and maintaining correct posture, you've got to have the correct muscle strength, the correct body nutrition, the correct body content of how the spine is going to function.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's also, it's also true belief in the Hindu scriptures as well that mantra chanting plays a very big part when it comes to activating chakras as well in our body.
That's correct.
And when we're sitting, like at the moment, as you can see, हमारे पीछे जो गुरुदेव बैठे हैं, तो he is sitting in such a posture that it's actually better than how I'm sitting at this precise moment, but he's sitting in such an upright posture that I feel that looking at him, I'm crouching as I speak, but he must have been able to easily activate his chakras through mantra chanting as well, and to meditate as well. Because is it because all the way he's sitting, as we look in the background right now, is it because the way he's sitting, and because we were talking about earlier on as well before the show started that when people crouch as well, it kind of like hurts here at the back, and then the pain gets worse. And when you are meditating, you need to sit in such a posture that your chakras can actually activate as while you're chanting the mantra, any kind of mantra or prayer. So if, for example, if I'm sitting like this, and I'm trying to pray, then Hindu scriptures do actually state that you're not actually looking after your body, because your body is actually crouching or bending, and it's not giving you that posture to, like I said, to focus on the prayer, but it's causing more problems inside your body, and you focus your mind on the pain. So in terms of posture sitting, how must one sit or even stand in that case on a daily basis?
Yeah, so basically with the sitting posture, as you can see, the Guruji behind us on the wall at the back, sitting basically very leveled. So actually, if I may use the term, your buttock muscles should be balanced both sides. So you're not leaning on one side or the other side when you're sitting. So you're sitting evenly, and you've got to concentrate when you sit on the floor with the evenness on both your buttock muscles that you're sitting on, so that the weight being distributed is evenly distributed through both the buttocks. And then the spine is elongated, where you must think that somebody is actually pulling up on your head, so your spine is elongated. And that actually, as you said, Kajal earlier, aligns all the chakras in your body to effectively chant, to effectively meditate, and to effectively have that spiritual knowledge and gain advancement in spirituality if the chakras are in alignment, if the spine is in alignment. That way your prayers are more effective. And
what about folding legs? How important is that for the back as well? Is folding legs, is there an exercise that one can do where they're sitting on the floor folding legs, which can help the back posture as well?
Basically, sitting cross-legged means you're dividing your weight on both your buttock muscles, and the weight is also distributed along your legs so that the balance is maintained. So absolutely, in terms of spirituality and meditation, if you're talking about cross-legged, is the most important posture one should have, because that will concentrate energy and emanate the right energies out of your body if you're sitting cross-legged. Now, a lot of people are having difficulty because their hamstring muscles or muscles at the back of the leg are tight. So effectively, you need to stretch and do regular stretching for your leg muscles to actually be able to sit comfortably cross-legged.
Sure. Okay. Let's look on the most interesting part of this show, which will be the food part. Everybody loves food. Yeah, and especially in the Asian community, we tend to have a lot of ghee, a lot of oil in our food, and a lot of sugar as well. Gujaratis love their sugar in their food. I'm sure you do as well.
Absolutely.
That affects our health, and that makes us put on a lot of weight as well, depending on how much we have on a daily basis. Is it right for me to say that the more weight you put on can affect the pain in your back as well?
Well, let's look at it this way, that the increase in weight is actually going to put a lot of strain on the joints, particularly of the back, and in the Asian population, particularly on the knee, because a lot of complaints come through, my knees are hurting, my knees are aching, and that effectively is because there is a lot of weight or stress being put on the joints. So now I'm not saying this is only for the Asian population, this is population en masse. Everybody who has got that little extra weight or on the levels of obesity or are obese, they are invariably going to have some problems on their joints, both in the back, the hip joints and the knee joints. So really, diet is very, very vital. It's crucial that we eat the right kind of food, because that is what is going to determine your own body health. And my slogan for that is, you are what you eat.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the common, I think, with the female gender is a moment on the lips is a lifetime on their hips.
I agree there.
And a lot of lady patients or female patients who come to the clinic have this comment, and that's why I remember that. But it is so true. It is so very true that you are what you eat. So you've got to have a healthy diet. And by maintaining a healthy diet, you're actually maintaining your bone health, your muscle health, so that in the future, you don't have those kind of problems. Now, obesity or weight gain is going to cause so many other problems. It's going to wear and tear the joint much faster. It's going to make your bones a lot weaker. If you don't exercise and make those muscles strong, there's more and more strain being put on your spinal joints.
Sure.
More and more pain is taking place. Joints are being locked, nerves are being trapped, pain is being induced, primarily because of weight gain.
And what is the best exercise for maintaining the body, looking after the spine as well?
So if you ask me, and this is my personal opinion, and viewers, obviously, you need to make sure that if these are kind of exercises that I'm talking about, take an opinion first before you start doing them. But the gentle one that you really don't need an opinion as such is walking. And I believe in one thing, by walking, you're actually stimulating the whole body. You're working on your back, you're working on your spine, you're working on your knees. Walking, I would say a minimum of 30 to 35 minutes a speed walk. It's not like a leisurely walk.
Sure.
Don't go shopping on Ealing Road for God's sake and say, I walked around for 35 minutes and I've done my exercise. No, that doesn't count as exercise.
Yeah, true.
So what counts as exercise is actually walking for a good 35, 40 minutes daily.
Okay.
Come rain, come shine.
Sure.
That should be a done thing. Because by that, you're not only stimulating the joints of your body, but you're working on your muscles. You're also stimulating your heart. So you're helping your blood circulation go through there. And eventually, your nervous system also gets stimulated with the walking. The joints are being stimulated. And a walk every day. It's like an apple a day keeps a doctor away. I believe in one thing, that a 40-minute walk keeps ill health away.
Wow, that's amazing.
So
you say
walking
that.
every day, but it should be a routine.
It's quite interesting you say that, because a lot of the viewers know that I suffered cancer just recently, and during the time of my cancer, I went through a very bad depression, and I was struggling a lot to get out of the depression, and instead of losing so much weight, I was putting a lot of weight because I was eating. It's like comfy food, they say. So one of my cousins, she said to me, look, just do one thing. If you don't want to go to the gym and you don't want to, you don't want to run, just go for a walk.
Yes.
And as they say, man thi push kahi mane, but I did. I started walking, and now I can proudly say that I walk 42 minutes every day, wearing trainers as well.
Perfect.
And it has made a difference in terms of my back as well, because the more weight I'd put on, the more strain was definitely in the back, and it hurt a lot. But now I feel lighter when I walk. I mean, it's going to take me time to lose that weight, but it's making me feel healthy already. And then walking, and walking has only been, I think it's just been about a good 3 months.
Yes.
But in that 3 months, I feel healthy. The weight gain is not bugging me too much, but it's more the fact that my back feels good.
Yes.
And I mentioned to you earlier on as well that for 1 year I suffered very bad migraines, and my eyesight it's apparently perfect. So since walking, the migraines have gone completely, and I think the whole yoga practice, which was going to be my next question. I asked you about exercise. You've said walking is a good practice, which I fully believe, and I can definitely vouch for. A lot of our viewers who we have watching this show this evening are yoga fanatics. And they practice yoga on a daily basis. In fact, at Siddharth Shakti Center, we hold yoga classes on a weekly basis, which you'd know about. So for all our lovely viewers out there as well, could you advise us on maybe what best practice in yoga would be for spinal, or is it just any, or do you have one particular yoga posture that would be vital for spine?
Okay, so oftentimes when you're practicing yoga, depending on who the yoga instructors are, they will always emphasize on the sitting posture when you start your yoga practice. So obviously, as you see at the back of the screen here, the Guruji sitting, and if I can stress that fact, that is the best sitting position. Elongated spine, cross-legged, weight balanced on both your buttock muscles, and really feeling very strong and powerful within the spine, and that's going to transfer energy from all the chakras, and that's going to have the best yogic posture if I may say. And that is the kind of posture that is going to be very conducive to your chanting, to your meditation, to your thought processes being actually focused on the path that you follow and the guru that you follow and the lordship that you actually have faith in. So sitting posture is something that I would highly recommend, and obviously associated with the sitting is the breathing that they do. So in the yoga practices, very often with that meditative posture that we see is also the breathing that's associated with it, and highly recommend that.
Definitely. I agree there as well.
Yes,
Thank you for that. I would like to ask you very quickly though, if we could just go through the spine you've brought here this evening.
Yes.
I'd like to go through the most fragile parts of the spine.
Okay.
And I've noticed here as well, and I'm not saying I've learned so much, I'm going to learn from you this evening for sure. See, these are our discs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
so if they were to slightly come out of place.
Yes.
What's the cause? What would happen? What are the symptoms that one would feel if this was slightly to come out of the place?
Sure. For the benefit of the viewers, let's look at the spine just in a little bit of detail. So you're looking at the spine from the front. Here on top is your neck, which is your cervical spine, which has got 7 bones. In the middle, we have 12, which is your thoracic or your dorsal spine, and the lower part, which is the lumbar spine. And that triangular bone is called your sacrum, and right at the tip is your coccyx or your tailbone. These are called your vertebrae as you see them. In between the vertebrae is the jelly-like substance called a disc. Now that's your question you were asking, what if something just seeps out of the disc? Now here if you see that, this red mark over here, that is a disc that is actually what you would call slipped in general terms. The disc has either prolapsed or herniated or slipped, very similar meanings to it. Basically, the jelly-like substance which is in the middle of the disc has actually seeped out through injury, through trauma, through excessive heavy lifting, or through some sort of bone injury or disc injury.
Sure.
So some pathology may be existing where the disc comes out. That actually puts pressure on the nerve. Now, depending on how much pressure comes onto the nerve from the disc is the extent of the symptoms one is going to experience. So one may experience lower back pain with a minor disc prolapse, but may also experience pain down their legs because these nerves are going to go all the way down the leg to the tiptoes. And here the symptoms could be pain, burning, numbness and tingling, sharp shooting pain, weakness in the legs, what we typically call sciatica. So the slip disc has a myriad of symptoms. It could be primarily back pain with minor leg pain, or back pain with excessive leg pain, numbness, tingling, pins and needles. So it depends on how badly the nerve is being trapped and how badly the disc is actually prolapsed or has come out of alignment.
So in terms of looking after it, again, you'd advise on exercise, of course, sitting up straight in posture, and just basically good healthy diet as well.
What I would recommend, all those are very adjuncts that you must do. However, if there is a spinal problem, get it checked. Speak to your professionals who are in your locality, speak to them, get advice, look after the spine. But one thing is, do not ignore it. In our school and study, we learned 5 most dangerous words. Do not ignore it. Because if you ignore it, it's just going to get worse. So if one slogan you're going to take from today is do not ignore pain. Pain is telling you something, that something in your body is not right. So do not ignore pain, attend to it. Find out what the problem is, then get it treated properly, and then use the right nutrition, the right yogic postures, the right stretches, the right exercises to then maintain your spine. That would be my advice.
I mentioned earlier on that your background in actual learning chiropractic was in Canada.
That's
was
correct.
this by, this was an interest to you, or was it is it a family thing? Or
none of my siblings are in the medical field at all. So I was the youngest of 6 and blessed with all God's grace that I could actually go through the Canadian Memorial Chiropractic College in Toronto, privately funded, so I thank my dad who helped me pay for the fees. So it wasn't a family thing at all. It was something that really I was studying in Canada. I came across a lot of students who are pursuing their career in the medical field, and chiropractic became a very good option because this is where I realized at that time that I would love to help people with my hands-on service. Rather
Sure.
than using other forms of medicine, I thought using my hands would probably satisfy me more. And that's how the interest came. That's how I went into the program of study at the Canadian Memorial Chiropractic College. And very proudly to say that I graduated from there almost 26 years ago. So it's a milestone for me.
Wow.
Yes.
And now you're practicing in the UK as well.
Yes.
Whereabouts are you practicing?
I'm practicing in Northwest London right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. If our viewers would like to get in touch with you,
Yes.
how can they?
Well, basically, if they can ring the ashram of Guruji, and I'm sure there are people who will be able to assist them with the telephone number or contact details if they wish to. But by all means, if there is any other help, I'm very happy to do that, yes.
Dr. Lalit Bhai, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Oh,
I think I definitely can say I've learned something from you for sure, because for me, spiritual practice is a very, very important thing which I carry out on a personal level, as well as our devotees at the ashram, and not just at the ashram, but any devotee who's watching right now, anybody who's interested in learning in healthy living. I think this has been beneficial for them as well. So thank you so much. And just Lalit Bhai ne kaha ki yes, if you'd like more information about chiropractic, if you'd like to meet him as well, please do contact the ashram. Hum wahan se aapko details denge, or make sure you go to see him, regardless of what pain you have. Whatever feeling you have inside you, it's always good to get it checked out, and as he said, do not ignore it. As you know, we carry out special spiritual practices on a daily basis in our daily lives. A lot of us carry out yoga practices, a lot of us walk, do healthy living exercises, but it's always good to know what's going on in your body. You may feel you're such a healthy person, but it's always good to know how healthy your back is as well. So make sure you do get it checked out, and do contact the ashram, and we'll be happy to give you the details as well. Spiritual practice is something which Guruji himself advises, and it's good for the, as I say in Hindi, man or tan, shanti ke liye bhi bahut acha hai. And of course, for people who have been suffering depression or any type of illness which has been affecting your life, this is a good opportunity to get yourself sorted now. So make sure you do. It's been a pleasure to have Dr. Lalit Bhai Sodha here on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
we'll be
Thank
seeing
you
more
so
of him in the ashram as well.
Yes,
so please do make an effort. And agar aapko zyada details chahiye, to hamari details abhi screen pe aa rahe hain. We are at siddhashram.com. Aap phone bhi kar sakte hain on 0208 4260678. Guruji will be back very, very soon in about 2 weeks' time. Until then, I'm with you on Spiritual Live show on MATV, and I'll be back with you next week at 8:30 till 9 as well. Any more details, please feel free to contact me directly at the ashram as well. I'll be more than happy to assist you. It's been a pleasure learning something new this evening and meeting a guest from after 20 years, and of course, entertaining you here on MATV. I'll see you again next week at 8:30 on Spiritual Live. Till then, have a lovely, lovely evening, and God bless you all. My name is Kajal, और आश्रम की तरफ से, इंटरनेशनल सिद्धाश्रम शक्ति सेंटर की तरफ से, जय गुरुदेव.
Why miss your family and friends? Call India landline and mobile numbers for just 1 pence per minute with our saver rates. To activate, text SAVE to 2525. Also get unlimited calls and texts from Leica Mobile to Leica Mobile with every top-up. Terms and conditions apply. For your free Leica Mobile SIM, visit leicamobile.co.uk today. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Hit it. Time zone, jump on it.
What's that?
Kemosabe, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it.
Buy your car or home insurance through Confused.com and get a free Brian toy.
Amina would ask you something, if she could. She'd ask you to save her life, but she's too exhausted. She'd look you in the eye. She'd ask again if she thought someone, somewhere, had the heart to help. If Amina could ask you, would you help? You can help. You can save children's lives by calling Save the Children today. To help a child survive, will you give just £2 a month? Please give your support today by calling 0800 048 2036. Please, help a child like Amina right now. We know what it takes to save a child's life. The solutions are simple, but we need your help. £2 can buy the food to keep a child alive. Amina can't ask you, but we can. Please, will you stop children dying? Call 0800 048 2036 and give £2 a month. Thank you.
You can now send money home online with your trusted partner Leica Remit. Zero fees on all money transfers until 31st Jan 2016 and great exchange rates. Get a £5 Leica mobile top-up voucher when you send £300 or more to your beloved ones abroad. Visit leicaремit.co.uk or call 020-7132-0015. Leica Remit. Send money home for less. Leica Remit is a trading name of Leica Money Financial Services Limited, authorized and regulated by Financial Conduct Authority.
Energy price slashed. The uplifting drink to get you through the day. Bulldog Energy Drink with taurine. Available at leading wholesalers across the UK. Bulldog, the power to topple. Energy drink with taurine. Bulldog, sheer energy.